I'm going to teach you exactly how I built a six-figure coaching business with just one high-ticket offer, with working only 4 hours a day without spending any money on ads. So it's going to be super helpful for you if you stick to the end of the video. But first of all, who this video is going to be not work for you. If you have a product-based business, or if you're a beginner, you're still struggling with picking a niche, so unfortunately, maybe this video is not going to be helpful for you, but you are absolutely welcome to see the whole session. This video is best for people who are in coaching field, who are consultant, who have a smaller audience and struggling with inbound leads, who prefer to maintain a business with more peace, with more profit and less stress. You're welcome. All right. So before jumping into this free training, I'm going to check a reality. I want you to understand that everything works. Like there is no perfect strategy exist in the world. You have to pick what best for you based on your alignment. For example, high ticket work, low ticket work, at the same time mid ticket work. uh, Spending on ads work, or organic way of growing business work. Cold DM works, or attracting through content works. Voice message work, Facebook work, Instagram and TikTok work. But the question is, what works for you? For me, like building a business with one high ticket offer and working 4 hours a day and prioritizing my life over business works for me. That's why if there's something aligned with your vision, with your values, you are absolutely welcome to go through this whole session. I want to tell you a story where me doing an old way of doing business, where we hit six figures a year versus the new way of doing business where we hit six figures a year, but as well as we are working only 4 hours a day with more peace and less stress. All right. So August 2022, we are running a six-figure agency business. We had multiple offers. We are selling social media managements. We are selling website design, SEO, and we had a team of 6 people at that time. Everything was great. Like uh, regarding the social growth, we grew 50,000 followers on Instagram within just 15 months. So the business was growing, the social growth was growing, we are building audiences. Externally, things on paper look so good. People are telling me you are doing amazing. I wish I could be like you, something like that. But internally, I felt unfulfilled. I was so stressed because I feel like I was prioritizing my business over life. Like this is kind of a center thing of my life because I couldn't get more time to spend the things I love or to the people I care. I couldn't spend time for travel, to spend more time to my family. So like over the last year, I developed a new way where I work only 4 hours a day and still hit six figures a year. And we have the business model we had helping us to get more profit and less stress. We are working only 4 hours a day and we have 90 plus profit margin. We reduce our team from 6 to only 1, and we start doing the things we love. So if maybe you have a different business model, maybe you are doing something else, but if you're struggling with more stress or burnout, maybe you are making money, but your current business model is not something that align with your values. And if you want to start a business or if you want to change your business model to the best, simplest way, then stay tuned with this video. Now we will explore the major 5 problem that is stopping you to make six figures in your coaching industry. And these are, number one is the mindset one, second one is the offer problem, third one is the content problem, fourth one is the lead gen problem, and lastly, I call scaling problem. And we have simple fixes to each of these major problems. Like, let me show you here. So you can see for mindset problem, we got mindset 2.0. For offer problem, we got too stupid to say no offer. For content problem, we got pre-sold automated system. For lead gen, we got DM only sales flow. And for scaling problem, we got 4-hour workday. So what are these? These are simple fixes to each of this major problem. We call it methodology to each of this problem. That's something we teach in our program. And we developed a new model I called high cash flow blueprint, where we teach those methodology. So clients like Sophia made 30,000 in just 30 days, and clients like Alicia made 14,000 sales in just 2 weeks after launching her first time offer. So they both have the credibility. They are very good at what they do, but they need to know how to sell and how to market their offer on Instagram. So let's discuss about those major problems step by step and in depth so that you can fix it by yourself. I want you to be a self-led person. I want you to look after your business model and see what is not working so that you can fix it immediately. Let's talk about the mindset problem. Mindset problem is the biggest problem in you coaching industry right now. Tony Robbins says, in order to succeed in any field, 80% of your work is the mindset game and 20% of the work is the strategy game. So most of the coaches do this mistake. So when they invest into programs or when they are trying to grow their Instagram, grow their business, they only focus on strategies. They only focus on fancy things like automations, complicated funnels, email things, paid ads here, like here and there, but they undervalue their mindset. So most of the people struggling with limiting beliefs, for example, some people think they are not good enough. Some people lack of confidence. Some people don't know how to regulate their emotional cycle in every stage of their entrepreneurship journey. But here's the thing. If you ever think that you are not good enough, I want you to tell you this. Perfectionism does not exist. No coaches in this world is perfect. We all are learning, and you don't need to figure everything else in your industry. All you have to do is just one step ahead of your ideal clients that you will want to work with. And regarding the regulating your emotions, there are 5 stages that you need to know. For example, when you start a business, the first stage I call is uninformed optimism, where you want to start a business, you're super hyped, you're super energetic, you think like you're gonna crush it overnight. But when you start deep down in your business, you start getting more challenges coming in your business. You're getting more insight, and you go from stage one to stage two that we call is informed pessimism. You are about to learn many challenges, many insight, and if you think this, okay, it's not something that I feel like it's going to be easy. It's not like that. Then you moved from stage two to stage three, where I called despair, valley of despair, where most of the people quit and they gave up. They got all of this insight and they feel like, okay, it's not something I want to do, or I feel like there is lots of competition out there, blah blah blah, and they quit this business and they'll go to the next business or next things. Then they go to the stage one, informed optimism. Then stage two, then three, then they give up, then they start another business. So most of the people have this loop that I call emotional cycle or the cycle of failure. All right. But the success is just one step ahead, is the stage four, where you start getting some small wins. Maybe it's not a client, but you start getting some inbound leads or start getting some inquiries. So if you know how to regulate your emotions, if you know the stages, so when it's the time of giving up, you should say yourself, even you have to be proud yourself, and you should say yourself that, okay, I'm evolving, I'm going from point A, from stage one to stage three. So I'm just one step behind of the stage four, where I will be getting some small wins. That's how you should regulate your mindset. However, it's really important because if you don't fix your mindset at first, you are going to be suffer. Maybe you will get suffer in offer or in content or lead gen on scaling. At the end of the day, you will get ups and downs in your businesses. So all you have to be courage enough and learn the things, how to regulate your emotions, or how to deal with your self-limiting beliefs. All right, so the next one is the offer problem, and we will discuss the three major problems that most of the coaches struggle with. The first one is having multiple offers. I'm not saying that you should not have multiple offers. I used to do when we have a six-figure agency business, but the more we offers, the more stress we got, the more burnout we feel. Also, clients got confused. They don't know which offer they should move into. Also, you need to do separate marketing to each of your offer. That's why I recommend personally to work with only one high ticket offer. All right, the next one is undercharging. So most of the coaches do, in order to get more clients into their world, they sell low ticket offer. So if you do so, you will attract less ideal clients because low ticket clients are not 100% committed. And if you work with them, most probably you will have, work with some broke people who will uh, charge, who will ask for guarantees. Even they will not give you good client results at the end of the day in your coaching industry. Now, number one way you can scale is having client results. The more you do, the more credibility your business will get. That's why I recommend you to never ever charge less to your offer. Always charge higher, because when you work with higher ticket clients, you personally give more effort because you are getting more money. So, like in psychologically or physically, mentally, you will give more value to that client so that eventually it will bring more client results and you will be 100% committed. All right, the last one is unclear positioning, because without clear positioning, clients see you as just another option, not the only option. Okay, just think like that. How do you differentiate yourself? There are hundreds of competitors having similar offers like you. Why you clients choose you? There should be some USP or IP in your business. So I would recommend to have your unique mechanism or methodology, or I want you to show the process how you actually, in real, help your clients from point A to point B. If you do so, people will feel like it makes sense to work with you regardless of any price point. But also, I want you to craft a core story that they can relate into. At the end of the day, 80% of yourself will be from emotional basis. So they need to relate on your shoes. So you should be an inspiration. So crafting story, adding mechanisms, also showing the process can help you differentiate from the market. This one is the content problem. All right. So you might be sharing right now valuable posts, educational posts, or motivational quotes, whatever you can say. But have you ever thought like that? You may follow hundreds of people on Instagram. You may comment on your favorite creator, like you're doing amazing. But how many creators you know that you bought something from them? Very few, right? So that's because valuable content or educational content build curiosity, not commitment. So I'm not saying that you should not do this. You should, but you should also mix content with that creates demand and perspective. There is a $1 million advice I have for you is Sales is not about coaching people what to do, it's about coaching people how to think. I want you to just think about a moment. You are not getting sales because you are not doing enough helping you clients with their thinking. You are not helping them to think about their business, to think about their mindset, to think about their life, and so on. And this is the number one reason that you are not getting sales. So the more you do, the more you will be able to gather more authority around your business. So make sure you add more content to build authority with your valuable content. All right. The next one is the lead gen problem. So you may have outdated strategy, like you may spending ads on getting messages, or you are spending cold DMs or countless emails, something like that. If you do this, maybe that's not something that aligns with my values. I want a business that people DM me, or I will get more inbound. Let's just give you a bird's eye view here. As you can see, that our lead gen system got 186 DMs in the last 7 days. So those are all organic. I just given a story, people start DMing me. So that's called inbound strategy. So I want you to have that kind of lead gen system so that you can avoid spending hours on DMing cold people that even don't know what you do. And everyone is doing this, right? You may got 10 to 20 DMs every single day, especially me, is getting lots of DMs from people pitching things and in there. So you have to be different in order to get sales. So the last one is scaling problem. So in 2022, when we had an agency business, I believed scaling means doing more, right? Doing more means more funnels, more team members, more hours into the business, uh, more offers, and yeah. And I feel like I constantly feel guilty of not doing hard enough. All right. So I realized after changing my business model, I scaled my coaching business, but not doing more. It's actually doing less, right? I reduced my team member from 6 to only 1, and I reduce working with multiple apps on this here and there. Now we got six-figure coaching business, and we work only 4 hours a day, which is much more profit and less stress. And we got time for the things we love. Now, right now, we are essentially using only few apps like Google Workspace for meetings, Canva for content creation, Loom for video making for clients, and then Stripe for payments, and lastly, a ManyChat for nurturing leads. That's it. Simple and profitable lean business. All right, so hopefully this video is valuable for you. So the next step is for you is to think about your business model right now and ask yourself, where is the problem? Is this something issues with my mindset, or is this something issues with my offer or content or lead gen or scaling? And fix it by yourself. The more you think, I will ensure that you will get some insight and that will be helpful for you indirectly or directly in your business. Or if you want my personal help to look into your business, you can DM me Blueprint, and I will send you a DM. We will chat and see if there's something good fit to work together. Otherwise, no worries. Hopefully this video is valuable for you. Wish you all the best. Talk to you soon.